Signs a man is using you for money. How to spot the red flags. If you're wondering whether or not a man is using you for money, there are signs that you can look out for. Often, these signs are pretty easy to spot if you know what to look for. In this video, we will discuss the signs that a man is using you for financial gain. We'll also provide some tips on how to deal with this situation if it arises. So, if you're concerned that the man in your life may be taking advantage of you, keep watching. First, let's start by talking about what the signs that a man is using you for money are, then we'll move on to how to deal with it. How to tell if a man is using you for convenience. To truly determine if your man is an opportunist boyfriend and is using you for convenience, you have to examine his actions and words to see if they align. To be able to do this, you obviously need to know what red flags to look for in order to spot a man who is financially toxic and using you for your money. Here are some signs that may indicate he's only interested in your bank account. 1. He showers you with tender love and caring you have never seen before. You know a man is using you for your money if he suddenly stops taking care of you the way he used to not so long ago when you just met and before he started calling in favors. You know he is a male gold digger if as soon as you don't give him what he wants financially, his attitude changes dramatically. He's always broke and never has any money, yet somehow he always manages to afford nights out, new clothes and weekends away. 2. He refuses to define your relationship. One of the obvious signs a man is using you for your money is if he refuses to define the relationship. In his mind, if he doesn't put a label on it, then he can do whatever he wants. Whenever you ask him what you guys are, he always changes the subject or avoids giving you a straight answer. He say things like, "Why do we have to put a label on it? Let's just see where things go. You know what you are to me," thing like that. This is a huge red flag that he's not interested in commitment and is only using you for convenience. 3. He makes you feel sorry for him and his current financial situation. Another sign that a man is using you for your money is if make you feel sorry for him by saying things like he's going through a tough time financially and could really use your help. Or he may say he doesn't have enough money to do XYZ, so you offer to pay for it. He may also try to make you feel guilty by saying things like, "I work so hard and I can't even afford to take you out on a proper date. You deserve better than this." Again, these are all signs that he's not interested in commitment and is only using you for your money. 4. You always have to come to his rescue. If you find yourself always having to bail your man out of financial jams or loans, it's a sign that he's not good with money. If he can't seem to get his act together and is always asking you for money, it's a red flag that he may be using you for your finances. 5. He always asks you to pay for things. One of the most common signs that a man is using you for money is if he always asks you to pay for things. Whether it's dates, nights out, or even small things like coffee or groceries. He constantly asks you to foot the bill. This is especially true if he never offers to pay you back or splits the bill with you. A woman giving a man money to live, that's not a relationship, it's a business transaction and leads to unhappy life experience. According to Mantelligence, 93% of women prefer to be asked out on a date, not for them to end up paying for it. If your man always asks you to pay and never offers to split the bill or pay you back, it's a sign that he's taking advantage of you financially. 6. He drops unexpected expenses on you. You know your man is using you for money if your man always asks you for money to cover unexpected expenses. It's a sign that he's not good with money. If he's constantly hitting you up for money to pay his bills or cover emergencies, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. Unexpected expenses should be equally split between couples or paid by the person who incurred them. If your man is always asking you to cover his expenses, it's a sign that he's not financially responsible. 7. He always talks about your money. Another sign a man is using you for money, if he is always talking about your money, it's a sign that he's interested in what you have financially. He is trying to find out how much money you make or what your financial situation is so that he can take advantage of you. 8. He's always talking about money. You know your man is using you for money if your man is always talking about money. It's a sign that he's obsessed with it. He may be trying to gauge how much you have and what your financial situation is. This is a red flag that he could be using you for your money. Men that are using you for money will always have an excuse as to why they can't do something or go somewhere. I would love to come, but I can't because I need to work extra hours or I don't have enough money for gas. If your man is always making excuses like this, it's a sign that he's using you for your money. 9. He has a lot of expensive taste. Another warning sign a man is using you for money is, he always wants to go out to fancy restaurants, take luxurious vacations, and lives an overall lavish lifestyle, but doesn't have the means to pay for it. He constantly asks you to finance his lifestyle and takes advantage of your generosity. Healthy relationship is not built on one person always being the sugar daddy or sugar mama. 10. He's always borrowing money from you. To know if your gold digger boyfriend or man is using you for money, check out how frequent he is borrowing money from you and if he ever pays back. If your man's financial life depends on making you his credit card and never repays you, it's a definite warning sign that he's taking advantage of you. He's using your money to finance his own lifestyle while leaving you in the financial dust. This is an unhealthy situation for both parties involved. Some financial red flags can include borrowing money from a new partner, hiding important financial information such as a lot of debt or a clear issue with excessive credit card usage. 11. The conversation is always about them. In a relationship, both parties should be interested in each other's lives. But if your man only ever talks about himself and is never interested in hearing about your day, it's a sign that he doesn't care about you. He's only interested in what you can do for him and how you can make his life better. Take note of favors and things he asks you to do for him. Take note of the emotional blackmails. If you loved me, you would do this for me. These are all signs that he's using you for your money. 12. He's always taking and never giving. One of the most important things in a relationship is balance. If your man is always taking and never giving, it's an unhealthy situation and it is one of the biggest ways to tell if someone is taking advantage of you financially. He's not contributing if it feels like he's always taking and never giving, it's because he is. Financial situation is not the only thing to consider, it's also your time and emotion he's taking without any consideration. A man who is using you for money will always find a way to take advantage of you and your generosity. 13. He has a history of not being able to hold down a job. Another sign a man is using a woman is, if your man can't seem to keep a job for more than a few months, it's a sign that he may have financial instability or chaotic money management problem. This is a major red flag that he could be using you for your money. A man that is using you for money will always have an ulterior motive. He's not interested in you or your life or being in long-term relationship with you. If he doesn't have career ambitions and is content to spend your money without contributing anything, it's a sign that he's using you. 14. He always wants to go on vacation but never pays for it. If your man is always talking about going on fancy vacations but never has the money to pay for it, it's an obvious sign that he's probably using you for your money. A man that is interested in you will find a way to make the trip happen. He'll either save up his own money or he'll find a way to finance it that doesn't involve taking advantage of you. If your man is always asking you to pay for vacations or other expensive outings, it's a sign that he's using you for your money. These are just some signs that may indicate a man is using you for money. If you're seeing these red flags in your relationship, it's important to have a discussion with your partner about finances. In the next section, we are going to discuss what you should do if you're in a relationship with a man who is using you for money. Find this in the article. Visit Mom and Kama. Link in description.